Hi guys, I'm back. So I have been sick for the last 2 weeks. I had my birthday, and about 2 days after that, I had the worst cold ever. I was thinking about when I had COVID. I was like, was it worse than COVID? Um, it was bad. I'm still recovering. I have a lingering cough, but I want to get back in action and get back to my normal routines. So with me being sick, I didn't work out. Um, I ended up losing 5 pounds because I couldn't eat. I had like the sweats. I was hallucinating. Like it was horrible. I could not get out of bed. It was really bad. But I am slowly gaining some of that weight back because obviously I lost it from being sick. A lot of dehydration. I tried to keep fluids, but it's just, I could barely keep myself awake. So I'm getting back in action. I am eating a lot healthier, a lot smaller portions because my stomach shrunk. And today was my first day back at Pilates. I have missed my 5 a.m. class so much, but I went in today and I was so weak. At some point, I like kept trying to tell myself that I could be where they were, and then I had to remind myself I need to slowly recover because if I start coughing up a lung in the middle of class, one, people are going to look at me like, why are you here if you're sick? I don't want to get sick. And two, it's just not going to feel good for my chest. So I had to take it a little easier towards the end of class. God, I was like panting. I was just like, oh my God, I'm going to die. But it's nice because when I walked out, everyone else was like, that was actually a really intense class. So it made me feel better. I was like, wow, I got really weak. But it made me feel better that it was just our instructor just went hard today, which I don't know. It's really nice to hear everyone else say that, hey, that was actually like a really intense workout. And I was actually able to keep up for my first time being back. And I've only been to Pilates one time this year so far. And so it was really nice to actually get back into routine and get back there. I am also very excited to share that I decided to try the Miss Health and Fitness. It was something that I kept seeing pop up on my Instagram. I didn't really believe in myself and think that I could do it. But with me doing so many different things the last few months, I thought, why not? I do understand that the likelihood of me winning is very small. I don't have a giant platform, but what I do have are an amazing group of people supporting me, watching me grow. It's really nice. I'll run into people that I've worked with in the past, or I've hired, or I've, been friends with, or I know through another friend. It's been really nice. I've been running into some people and they're just like, wow, it's like a night and day difference. Like you're you're growing so much and you're so much more confident in yourself. So I want to keep that going for me. Um so I do understand, like, yes, I will be bummed, but at the same time, me actually taking this opportunity and this journey is way more exciting than I could have imagined because I'm putting so much back into me, So it's really, really sweet. I'm very proud of myself. I obviously hope I win because that would be really insane. One of the questions that they ask you is, if you win, what would you do with $20,000? And immediately I was like, I would open up my garage gym and I would get people in and I would help them. And it's just, the list always goes into just helping people and being supportive and motivating. And I can like picture how I would do it. And it's just, I don't know. It would be great, but I am not having my expectations of going in being like, hey, I'm going to do this and I'm going to win. Like, I'm usually very competitive, but I do understand that I am new in this field. So I do want to give myself some grace. So if you have a few minutes, definitely go to the link below and try and vote for me if you can. Right now, I'm actually very surprised with myself. We're on day 2, and I am 12th place in my area. So I'm actually really excited. I went to the 5 a.m. class, and then I did a few chores. Like I had to go get groceries and, dishes and whatnot and get everything ready. And then I ended up taking like a quick nap because I work at night tonight. So then I woke up from my nap and I was getting a bunch of messages, and one of them was like, "Congratulations, you're already in 12th place." So that was really, really nice. You could do one free vote through the link. It'll be through Facebook. So if you can just click on that, it'll ask you to obviously sign in for Facebook to make sure that you're actually a person who has an account. And then from there, your vote will be submitted. So if you have time, please do that for me. I would really appreciate it. Thank you. So I had a whole list of everything I was going to do for this month. I was even so excited. I was like, oh, I'm going to plan 6 weeks out. Of course, this was right before I got sick. And then I got sick and I haven't been recording. For most days, I didn't even have a voice, so I couldn't record. And then with falling asleep constantly, I wasn't able to actually keep up with any of my social media accounts either or plan ahead. So I'm going to kind of scratch everything that I had planned, start over. So I guess this one will just be kind of like another life update, quick update of what's been going on. So it won't be too long of a video, but then I'll get back into the swing of things. Every Wednesday, I'll have another video out. I'm aiming to have videos out by 11 a.m. So that way it's just a set schedule and it's easier for me, easier for you guys. So I do apologize that it's not a very lengthy video. I am just recovering and trying to find my groove. So hopefully next week I'll be back to how I was doing everything. I'm just really excited to be doing this. I actually really missed it. A part of me was waking up on these days thinking, is this it? Is this where this is my hiccup? This is where I decide to drop off and I don't continue. This is how far I got, is 7 videos in, and I just decided I can't do it. I'm sick. I'm not going to go back to that routine. I'm going to try a different routine, or I'm going to slowly get into things. But I just slowly started to remind myself, this, I really like doing it. 1, I really do. 2, if I constantly want to help people, it's not going to help by me being closed off and me just being in my own world. In order to help someone else, I have to put myself out there. And then, as a way to continue for me to grow, I need to continue to put myself out there. So I'm actually really proud of myself for jumping back on that horse and getting back into a routine. Hopefully, my videos will be so much better. My mic, I finally found the piece to my mic that I was missing. So now I can actually be closer. You guys can hear me more. I am going to get some new recording equipment. Me and a friend are talking about possibly starting a podcast. That would be really amazing to do. It's just, I'm also trying to remind myself not to do too much too fast. Because if I'm not into a full routine and I start adding more things on top of that, then I feel like I'm going to set myself up for failure, and I don't want to fail. So, more on that later. But there's a lot of things that are in the works, and I'm really excited about them, and I hope that you guys get to see them really soon. I say this at the end of every video. Please, if you know anyone who needs help with fitness, needs motivation, a swift kick in the butt, a polite swift kick in the butt, just send me over to them and I will hopefully be able to help them in any way I can. With training, I can do Pilates, I can do group sessions, personal one-on-ones. Of course, a lot of those need to be local, but I am on True Coach as well, so that way we can do it digitally. But yeah, that's all I have for today. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.